Um... FFL, if you're here, please help. I'm using your app. FFL, if you're here, please help. I'm using your app. I can't figure out how to get to the front camera. I can't figure out how to get to the front camera. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. So, I can't really figure out how to get the camera to work. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. So, I can't really figure out how to get the camera to work. So, I'm just gonna start opening the packs. So this weekend, I can't really figure out how to get the camera to work. Me, FFL, and Corbin will be doing a draft of this pack. I thought I'd show you guys some of the cards that's to be expected. One of which is this Spellsuck. Counter target spell, then assemble a contraption. Hoisted Hireling. Hoisted Hireling has flying as long as it's being held above the battlefield. Common Iguana. You might notice things are a little odd here. That's because it is a host. I'll explain that later. You may draw a card. If you do, if you discard a card, if you do, draw a card. When this creature enters the battlefield. Capital Offense. Target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is the number of times a capital letter appears in its rules text. Ignore reminder text and flavor text. Crafty Octopus, another host creature. When this creature enters the battlefield, this creature assembles a contraption. Ground Pounder. Pay 3 a green, roll a 6-sided die. Ground Pounder gets +X until end of turn, where X is the result. Whenever you roll a 5 or higher on a die, a Ground Pounder gains trample until end of turn. Old Guard. Tap target creature without reminder text. Reminder text is still any italicized text in parentheses that explains rules you already know. Target Minotaur. Prowess. This one appears to be in some sort of acid rain. Stamp of Approval. A Stamp of Approval enters the battlefield to choose a watermark. Creatures you control with the chosen watermark get +1/+1. Oh, sorry. Clock of Doom. Move the crank counter or to expansion deck's next sprocket and crank any number of that sprocket's contraptions. First pick. Destroy a target artifact or enchantment. Assemble a contraption. Gracilda! I actually have her already. Combined enchanted and equipped creatures you control have menace. Pay 3 black and a red, and put 2 target creature cards from graveyards onto the battlefield combined into 1 creature under your control. Its power is equal to its total power. Its toughness is equal to their total toughnesses, and their names, mana cost, types, text boxes, and etc. The full art planes. Looking good. Goblin Slingshot. Whenever you crank Goblin Slingshot, creatures you control get +2/+0 and gain trample until end of turn. Lackey Recycler. Whenever you crank Lackey Recycler, put target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. And the foil Elemental Token with a full art back. So it appears that no one has yet to show up here. I really wish I was able to do this better. But I am Fireball, and I am here to brighten up your day. So the next pack I just opened has Hazmat Suit Used. Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+1 and has menace. Whenever a player's skin or fingernail touches enchanted creature, that player loses 2 life. Paniac. At the beginning of your upkeep, roll a 6-sided die. Paniac gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the result. Snickering Squirrel. You may tap a Snickering Squirrel to increase the result of a die roll any player rolled by 1. Work a double. Assemble 2 contraptions. Put the top card of your contraption deck face up onto one of your sprockets. Then repeat this process. Riveting Rigor. When Riveting Rigor enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another artifact. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Riveting Rigor. And it assembles a contraption. Merman. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may draw a card. Beast in Show. 6/4 trample. Here we go. Here's a creature with Augment. So, if you remember Merman, cast Merman, then you would be able to cast Zombified for its Augment card cost and becomes 1 creature. So instead of becoming being a host creature, human fish, when this creature enters the battlefield, you may draw a card with 3/3. It then becomes a 5/5. Pay 2 a black, exile a creature card from your graveyard. You may draw a card. And that is how Augment works. However, Zombified is a special case where you can cast it, augment it, from your graveyard. Rumors of My Death. Exile a permanent you control with a League of Dastardly Doom, which is this sort of explosion in a light bulb. Watermark. Return a permanent card with the League of Dastardly Doom watermark from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sneak Dispatcher. Pay a 2 blue, tap it, look at top card of target player's library. If it has an Agents of Sneak watermark, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. Otherwise, put it on the top or bottom of its owner's library. Angelic Rocket. This will be the rare card of the pack. It's a artifact host creature angel, and when you augment it, it's still an artifact. That's why it's over here. It has flying, and when this creature enters the battlefield, you may destroy a target non-land permanent. the Full Art Mountain. And the foil is a top secret tunnel, which is one of the contraptions. Whenever you crank top secret tunnel, target creature can't be blocked this turn. Widget contraption. Whenever you crank widget contraption, it assembles a contraption. Auto key. Whenever you crank auto key until end of turn, target creature becomes an artifact in addition to its other types. Tap it, you gain 3 life. And the token of the pack is a foil zombie with a full art back. So, on to the next pack. Resolution is horrible. Sorry about that, everyone. Although, no one's currently here. I wanted to do a video, but I'm not really sure how to do that. So, first card in this pack is Steady-Handed Mook. It's a 1/1 Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, it assembles a contraption. Hammer Helper. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature and roll a 6-sided die. Until end of turn, it gains haste and gets +X+0, where X is the result. Go to Jail. When Go to Jail enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls until Go to Jail leaves the battlefield. At the beginning of the upkeep, if exiled card's owner At the beginning of the upkeep of the exiled card's owner, that player rolls 2 6-sided dice. If he or she rolls a doubles, sacrifice Go to Jail. Timeout. Roll a 6-sided die. Put a target non-land permanent into its owner's library, just beneath the top X cards of the library, where X is the result. Mother Kangaroo. When this creature enters the battlefield, roll a 6-sided die. Put a number of +1/+1 counters of this creature equal to the result. On this creature, equal to the result. Riveting Rigger, we've already been over. Crafty Octopus, we've already been over. Mad Science Fair Project. Roll a 6-sided die. On a 3 or lower, target player adds into color this mana to his or her mana pool. Otherwise, that player adds 1 mana of any color he or she chooses to his mana pool. Side quest. This is a fun one. Target player in a silver-bordered game you can see from your seat gains control of target creature you control until your next turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, put 2 +1/+1 counters on that creature. Creature on the battlefield only if this game its controller is playing. Kindly Cognition. Spells you cast that refer to artifacts or contraptions in their rules text cost 1 less to cast. Contraption Cannon. Sacrifice a contraption cannon. It deals 2 damage. It deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of contraptions you control. Hot Fix. I actually played this in a draft, and it did not work for me. You have 10 seconds to look at and rearrange the cards in your library. At the end of those 10 seconds, if you're touching one or more of those cards, shuffle your library. A Full Art Swamp. Very nice. Ooh, the mythical Fairy Airy. Whenever you crank Fairy Airy, create 2 1/1 blue Fairy Spy creature tokens with flying, haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step. And Sapsucker. Whenever you crank Sapsucker, add green mana to your mana pool. Until end of turn, this mana doesn't empty from your mana pool as steps and phases end. And the token is a foil vampire with a full art back. And And unfortunately, I don't have I'm not with any of my friends, so I'm kind of just alone at home. I'm the only one watching. So, next pack. Subcontract. A person outside the game looks at target opponent's hand and chooses a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Bumbling Ungolin. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact. Go to jail, leave Ben over. Magic Word. Enchant creature. As this magic word enters the battlefield, choose a word. Whisper the chosen word. Tap enchanted creature. Wild Crocodile. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Success. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's a host or has augment, it gains lifelink until end of turn. Merman, we've been over. Voracious Vacuum. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Sly Spy. When Sly Spy and deals combat damage to a player, that player reveals his or her hand. You choose a card from it with the longest name. That player discards that card. Ooh, Party Crasher. I was actually hoping to get this. 3/3 Haste. You can attack with Party Crasher once each combat during each opponent's turn. So it doesn't matter if it's your turn or not, you can attack. Steam Flogger Temp. Pay 6, tap it. Steam Flogger Temp assembles a contraption. Marry or Kill, another legendary that I already have. Pay colorless, a black or red. Switch a Killbot or Marry or Kill in your hand with one on the battlefield. Not gonna explain what that means. A Full Art Island. Very nice. Headbanger. Whenever you crank Headbanger, target creature must be blocked this turn if able. Dictation Quillograph. Whenever you crank Dictation Quillograph until end of turn, target creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. And the foil token is a Thopter. Full art back. Very nice. Set resolution. Well, that's where I'm going to end the stream. Bye, guys. Oh. You guys have seen me in the present. Goodbye.